If you're getting stuck at impact, not clearing the hips or not loading that lead side, it's going to be causing you a bit of a problem. You'll be losing distance, especially off the tee with driver, and probably hitting quite a lot of shots right or left. So I've got a real simple exercise that can help you fix this. I'm Natalie, this is the Profit Golf channel, so let's take a look. So if you're having problems clearing the hips in the downswing, the most likely problem or cause is the fact that we're not getting through this lead hip here. So we're not creating any separation and we're not getting any hip rotation of this lead side. And what that does is means that you probably have to swing a little bit over the top, you become very upper body dominant, or we just don't get through the ball. So normally what happens is we'll get the backswing in, we don't get any clearance of the hips here. So as a result of that, the body gets very stuck. So it can either come over the top and we get very static out of this hip. Most of the time the face will be open, we'll end up hitting a big slice to the right, and then sometimes the face will be closed, so we'll be coming in this way and hitting that pull shot. Neither are great, very difficult to score with either one of those. Secondly, what we see is a little bit of either a leaning back position like this, or almost like a static and over the ball where the arms get very disconnected. So in order to keep some club head speed, good club path and face, we have to clear through this lead side here, through the hips, which gives you that classic slot or lag position to set the club into here, coming into impact. So what we're going to do here is a simple exercise. I've hooked my resistance band on the door. We're going to work through the core and produce some rotation through the hips, through this lead side to help you get that clearance. So I've manoeuvred myself to the other side of the bay, and as you can see, it's very busy in the background, although I am in some very fine company and I have a very busy shirt on. So make sure you're watching carefully or I may blend into the background of how many clubs there are here behind me. But I want to be next to the door because I'm using my resistance band to hook onto the door handle. So this is how you can set yourself up in a driving range format. You can either tie the band to your golf bag, something steady if you're at home, a table leg, a chair, in the gym, the side of a squat rack, something that's just not going to be pulled over. So the return, the good old red band, as always, I've hooked this onto the door handle. Now, the idea of the band with this exercise is to provide some resistance to the core, particularly the trail side. So we're really working through the lead side of the body here because this is where we want to open our hips and learn to clear them through the downswing. So the band is here to provide some resistance to the core, the obliques, mainly through the trail side to make it harder. So the lead side has to do some work. So I got my band on the door handle. I'm going to set myself up in normal posture. Now I'm using the red band, 15 to 35 pounds in strength. I know a lot of people ask that question. I also have the blue band, which I'll show you in a second, which is slightly thinner and a bit easier. So just set yourself up enough so you can feel some resistance, as in it's pulling you back slightly, but not to the point that you can't manage it. From here, I'm going to press the band out roughly chest height, sternum height here, and I'm going to try to maintain this as I do this exercise. So keeping the band nice and tight, hands out in front of me. All I'm going to do, rotate through my lead side, trying to extend this lead leg roughly and load that lead side and then back to square. So rotate through the hips, load that lead side, slowly back to square. As I'm making this movement, the band is doing its best to take me this way, which makes it a little bit more difficult for me to really drive through this position. I can really feel my core here, my abs and my obliques on this trail side working really hard for this hip to pull away from it. So we're creating an element of lower body separation, which is missing when we're not clearing the hips. We're too overactive with the upper body and we're not using this. So you got your band. I'll switch to the blue just so we can see the difference here. Whack that one on top. A little bit thinner, makes it a little bit easier to start with. Strong setup through the legs, good connection to the ground. Press your band out in front of you. Load that lead side. Hold it here for a few seconds. Return back to square. So make sure you get to square all the time. You don't want to be halfway, because So if you're halfway, you've already used a bit of rotation, and we want to get as much as you possibly can. So back to square, rotate all the way through on that lead side, hold it a couple of seconds, feel the core and the obliques working hard, and then back to square. So with this exercise, we're only working through that lead side. So left-hand side for the righties, and then the right-hand side for the lefties. It's deceptively difficult, this exercise. So if you have a thinner band, start with the thin one. If you've got the classic good old red band, you can start with that as well. Maybe slacken it off a little bit to begin with. Be looking for something between 6 to 10 exercises? 6 to 10 reps. You don't want to do 6 to 10 exercises, that's way too many. 6 to 10 reps to begin with, and again, 4 or 5 second hold through each rep. You can set it up in the driving range like this, as I'm doing here, or use it at home, use it in the gym. Use it as a warm-up, use it in your lessons, but teach yourself that skill of lead hip separation and work the core to get it stronger so it can hold you in those positions and create that open position at impact. So if you want to improve impact, do this exercise. It's an absolute winner for strengthening the trunk and creating some hip rotation, particularly through that lead side, which is exactly what we were missing. Thanks again for watching this video and being here with me on my channel. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up button if this makes some sense to you. Don't forget to share this channel with your golfing friends. If you want them to get better, that is, you might want to keep this all to yourself. And I'll see you next time with a brand new topic and a brand new exercise.